yo yamamo akwa bashranko so ebe POG Media so mesre safi no aba channel yi so abe subscribe na wa like jumedie no e dia ma obetimi so share jumedie no na wama afoforo enso ensa akabi kindly click on the notification bell no so send ebe the news bi ato platform no so am wonso wo hunu die EOCO ene de ba yenko yensem ne mfansem dodo na no enye de embrewa ye bo e de era insembu mu a it is a very interesting and it is about a Ablekuma North sensem na ne na movement of change kasamafo ekotena kasafidie so na ochi mu sehwe movement like you can say Ablekuma North elections no was say ye prosecute ECG officials bia odi including EC top officials bia they were involved in this elections no and odi two just say prosecute ma be a danger at the amaye in and as ahead of a year 2028 elections and even beyond na odin chimuno ekoya chechi mu ma chese na enya agro ema NDC kasama phone so etisimu ebe chechi mu their plans are they will use to snatch this seat no and their plans on EC ahead of Ablekuma North no declaration no yanko ne konkuti
bedru on nanu so mugusu boka so free boka and a ramna be because one him mebunu na omza na ebeja wachidi ti eno kra na ya no
that to
abayi obi aso nye akatua obabia o ana omunyina boka duwe gosi billboard wara we dey ndia gosi echi enfa no munye skanako asifim na me fi se we ya hwe ni ya future elections
ebe ha
adwen esanse is it the case here koto abawi a that's will be fish we din twa na wakohye ne o na
exactly the point
and when to be fish was here prosecute EC ni bia na kan election yo entime ma say ya to abawi Electoral Commission ankasa organize election was so hu ni pin sheet
ya
na ye jani pa na ma kosa me mlemu the two political parties
Dabi
your friends are friend dance me my friend party and my baby aduane a me de ma mo no e na mbedi na mo de aduane ne wi ambese me ni bill no ho ayi wo dabi eti easy you know your returning officer or sa constituency and I say the district director of elections by now he must be facing prosecution
also can declare Rabnobi
now what declare we are na declare
no declare Rabnobi
eti me ma no cost free yes anu a ebe me na ye say election no so obi wetua ma wa me see me pink sheet ayira look say even cross say two political parties no I want pink sheet original and I need ya talia sila ye dumi nyina so I was a referee na nka se nya na pink
sheet
e ba ye na omu nyina akuto pink sheet na okuta odia ye hia omu de o odie nie kwa ko gyina so
sure
oze mu ona obi ko forge signature bi eti enra me hu se minority ko police station akwa ye no mesresa na we dia o be da ne gyina ngwa pink sheet so akaka se wo na wodi nkunu
wo dia so cry scan one and duplicate
nkwada asem kra your friends queer free I wish I could between when you call parliament but we dey adabraka so long as there is no pin sheet no into declare o say wo no matiase enye madi na e ka cho so omo na obi antiase so tiase enu tia me fi say before say be call the issue of say kwakoye rerun no kra no I was say prosecute to EC
Electoral Commission
ya infasa bia nto ho a 2028 no EC phone be di abropa when you kan na me enwa say oba ahema Jane Mensa wonu amfa ne krata nko so resign twa akra ye hune anu he ya o ye ni representation of Ablekuma North how can you tell me say why you mapa better obi atumi aba be convince here and until yama the organized election no yemfa asudie ni asotwe ni nyankobon ye the bon one na yetumi akwa ye rerun of the elections no the wo kosoro for wo sesi
okay
but to ye rerun now abra one twe EC official na so what set a very bad precedent
okay
so what it means is say china ye kwa election EC officials be very careful say hey me pin sheet party me man nyira da esa say ira assemble me be hold me responsible ana obi a okwa akodi bone no so robe hu se wodi bone no wi isi wone de ono no so de be dey e be gina so ba se sie a ye kasa die sano e o sisi IGP okor hotel 30,000 times kwana ontimi nya hwe
but the then na money is so difficult to say electoral commission beti ase na polling stations na asema ba ho na ono ano ye electoral commission no krasi oni pin sheet no mo be ya rerun e wo ho. What is the problem?
The problem is that bossman need to take by a land extension no say e mensa any some directors at the electoral commission and a bogan abro e issue. I believe you said how much the contract be me. I was saying it and I kept saying this. Say, perhaps maybe they have promised a bigger thing. Perhaps they think say, oh, they can't declare results. Then this because he was people into your money. Because Rebecca, I'm afraid, oh, Mama, may not lie. We say, one can say, okay, it's about 3 weeks ago. Say, declare results to our manual. MC. Position one man on platform to about my NDC. Okay,
Mekai.
So we dare them. We dare them say which means they thought say MC there and any NPP so any MP. Even though they have not won the elections. But we sure say we don't have that problem because we have won the elections. So we'll go for the MC and we had MC in the area. So that threat is gone. Okay, so say your friend said, another prayer. 2 months ago, what I said, they are declaring results in Mamu by 10 days time, they will do demonstration. Okay. We tell them that I'm going to be here. So, Patapa, and I'm going to say, Ablekuma. But, send NPP, Eddie, or Mutibupa, send numbers and Eddie results. And this is to say, 188 and LGP, what will happen? But because they don't have leaders who are strategic. You know, say, I no. Ante Biano, Yananti, Ekotna, EOCO, Tantina, the president, Untimi. So, say, abroad any concert, nobody will work again to go to IGP to ask for declaration of results.
But Madi and Ra, time and now one more and Nancy Kono. A queer free catcher. I said there was a journalist who be a question. As someone who can say, King Solomon, I didn't be na more, you know. Ebra and Manu Mienu, Bakuku neba, no cars and yes, I Yoko Kumba couldn't hear Charlie Mummy, no. Sad money and a son that's here because more we need Ablekuma, it's a more quality for rerun.
Answer back at your contest in Amoye. And the NPP, I can say MPs and Antieco. Candidates no for them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look at it. I started Amoye. In Solomon issue, any issue where different. And Mrakwan issue is the only pin sheet. It's the only pin sheet in the Ankate, only page the Yampa Obi. About your Yampa emotions and Yabatua.
Yeah.
Yampa emotions and I did an emotional request and a warrior. An emotional request. Yampa emotions and find out about what them. So we know what the result every elections.
Yeah.
But only say at the time now, the Bawumia press conference will lose elections, you know. Not about any results.
Yeah.
In fact, after Bawumia press conference, won't give me any friends or communication officer ever like I said. They are collecting results, so they still want to win the elections. So result is better than Bawumia war, and the result is better than NPP war. Result is better than NPP MP. Our Ablekuma, our Akuffo will win. When we know say they can hold a press conference, and the press conference will say no, we are still collecting results.
Do you see a conspiracy between the minority and the candidates? Because they are now can also MPs in the years who are more than Tiako. And then a candidate in the PO.
Yeah, information now, Mimi. And he said officers in the Electoral Commission and I got a munko way in draw. And I'm going so they called the woman. And I'm catching the munko issue no. So they sent even the journalist to go and interview her on that question. All this will be aware.
I buy the cover sika no deba. And this whole thing levy is there just to cover the shortfall, not even to pay the energy sector debt. Because basa ebema existing sika na yajije dada no. Ekwanya bom na that money can go and pay the debt. But this one no aban be kwa cover sika bi 1.5 and 1.4. E dia kwa koto fuel no. This money is going to pay for the crew we na omoka ho asem no. Sabe that relief ebeba. So for me, it makes sense. And you see, it makes sense in the first place. Senka petrol ni jina baby e jina. I will never come and sit here and say I buy M for one cedi into so. Because already hardship no Ghana for so that. But here is the case. Price now drop almost for EOCO. And Rabbi who documents me from Energy Commission. Almost a fair price. Per what is happening because according the global stage, per barrel na $100, and now drop it to $64 crude per barrel. And fortunately for Ghana, no see the news was saying I gain I'm aware no. So everything being equal, economics when I come and everything has never been equal. So that yes. So fair price. I say Ghana you 8 cedis per your friend saying later. Because all things being equal, and which means that the possibility of petrol no air drop further no air more. And yes, and the one city nearby the same no Ghanaians will not feel because of the measures near ma Akuffo.
Nyamisha so ahwe dwumadi NBC me on kan won tell washim na onya okese de obe bia nya hwa message so be subscribe oba like oba share dwumadi no ama afoforo enso ensa akabi na wa click on the notification bell on the Jumadi na interactive into for agent no e share under the comment section nim and from my no from you no e Ivan Che innocent e be so mu e de kasa anase e de e ensem bi abetudwa e fa chese e new levy abaya chese NPP for and the Ghana for bi e bo hu de chese enya agro no odin sam dodo na ebetudwa edifa ho na ochechi ma na chese enya agrenko ne nguguti Ivan Che innocent in some of the two enho edemaye.
But Akuffo at the time no petrol no turn 17 cedis Ghana for ATM. So how do you add your fans 1 cedi to it? You can't. You understand?
Yeah.
But when the price I drop it because the whole essence of the year you say Ghana for be finding relief. And the relief number Ukoto petrol at 3 cedis, 4 cedis at tier free. So and government say major 1 cedi at so na media I service a debt tonight down no and yet Akroma aban sesa ye nyina ma betra TV so kan doom so ni nyina because we need to go and buy crude have an sika free ba. So if this measure relieve Ghana for na ye yimu 1 cedi then people on social media talking about say and I buying the D levy aba. Now you levy for the D levy and issues not a man for a canon. People don't even understand it. So I'm ranting on Mugu YouTube or more you've heard saying podcast and for sometimes you see ubetimi entertainment, ubetimi comedy.
Innocent.
But when it comes to politics, it's a very complex way. You need to understand it.
You are too bigger to be discussing miscreants.
No, but media is always we are trying to sell information out there. The media is try, read, understand. So when you have that information, now what I say, but to go and say D levy about and the whole some among for they don't even understand it. I mean, for me, that is my problem. The fact is the energy sector over the years and I have been deviled with a lot of challenges. And I can be and I'm recently doom so me and better have a cancer doom so the way and we need to stop. So now if there is a way and there is a fact out there say every year be an energy sector shortfall a huge almost billion $1 and World Bank for the projection Ghana for you careful about the end of this year we will be hitting around 3.1 billion in terms of shortfall.
Yeah.
And now what you want to see Jababa can't say commercial and technical losses 40%. Now you more than papa company Ben was I see we saw technical and commercial losses 40%. That company can be viable. But we tolerate say that is it. It's okay. And then to turn name here. So another day challenges in the good sector and And why the Okosi ma we saw all the noise that these people made. But not the day, the impact and also the consequences. And they say, I buy form a consortium of banks. Na IPPs ni nyina oni omo na okache obo say sika beto esra numa ye yi one bank jisika no na pay the IPPs na omo sabe o betimi ato aso a supply because Ghana is say energy mix no IPPs am about 50% of the entire energy generation na ye wo no enti no omo bufu no omo so omo dundum omo we you can survive you understand na no so na so gele China for way they shut it down after elections some point some discussion had to go in before so energy sector no e ka wo ho and they cannot buy it because of the near mass Akuffo we yeah so for me if John Mahama government has been able to reduce petrol form, and there is a possibility that Akuffo BM and the only reason I cannot criticize one city in the price na Akuffo BM and abanya slot to one city ashem say yem fasa sika no na yem fa nkope say yetiana say petrol no sign cost no do 17 cities bia we will come back and say baby and near my corner we need to take you want city in free because the politics is about serving humanity you understand so me sometimes me your politics no e to da agra ho ne say this company for they know this fact I can answer me but because of cheap politics in the NPP they just try to make it look like why and Bawumia was saying the same thing. This is a flag bearer of a political party. Onim in and out. Onim energy sector. Do mo anka so mo ye no a car is suming as a forum. And the akano, yenya than the akano. And the doom so should continue. You understand? So I think that the level of dishonesty on the part of these people. Now, listen well. Can you see? Now, no, me catches who lose political power in a country. You don't just lose power; you lose connection with the people. I did very goodwill, a slip from your side. But in opposition, you try to build that particular thing. You become the voice and the representative of the people. So, obi by your government, only the people side. Our Ghana politics or opposition at Tambiano, you are able to bring the people because you speak for them. But it looks as if that the NPP hasn't realized this thing, and still this arrogant, belligerent posture. Moving away from parliament. Unfortunately, you don't have the numbers to make any upset in parliament. And whether you sit or there, you are sitting there has no consequential effect on the activities of course of parliament. So where is it you understand? But I think they need to make themselves counter relevant in the politics and the discussion in this country. Now you who say minority question and interest is what is the sunset clause in this particular thing? And so when I make sure that once in the NGB, because John Mahama bet me at the tax, but people cannot criticize because we are reducing petrol now from 17 to 12. According to Energy Commission, we are supposed to sell it around some 8 cities. Which means it is coming. And this this Ajuma way now a cabi or also the 1 city Shema. What is the big deal? You and Uber for 8 good years, there wasn't a timer this particular because the city and everything was going up, and we were forced to always increase your petrol at the pump. It got to a time where people were demonstrating in as a forum. When was the last time I had to petrol over by 4 cities? Me in my lifetime I'm yet to, even though it's what is the pain there, but such a huge sum of money, it been see that. So for me, advantage for us. And I can't go energy sector. You understand? So I think that it is not always your position, like media may position your negative, always criticizing because I had opportunity to listen to a lot of the guys speaking in as a forum. We don't find any sense in the things that they were saying. Because the bottom line is the price is not drop very big. Ghana for I enjoy it, and consumers and fair as a phone. So in this particular instance, how do you say I buy the hardship to Ghana for so? And it's not as if I buy at the one city never to price in so existing price now and buying 1 city free. So it's not as if he's imposing 1 city. You understand?
Education,
you see, so the existing way now buying 1 city free. So another day, the impression they're trying to create in this hardship. Now, they are speaking for Ghana for no. If there is anybody on Badana here, it's the Mahama government. What me at Petrozo from 17. So I think that in opposition or Moyo, they need to just try to. That goodwill no was slept to their side. This demonstration here, walking out of parliament and as a forum. Oh yes, sir. The weak minds will always applaud this and never we opposition. But you see, there are intellectuals sitting out there watching you in Nema Oye. This is the time you need these people to your side. Sabaya, the politics, the discussion, obey to me, and making sure that you take the lead. But the attitude and this kind of way or more for me, and yeah, they inspire and gender any confidence, and they portray the NPP as the same arrogant political party that sat on power for 8 good years or decided to own Ghana for because never be no mafa Akroma mo kan yansa wom na no yete na won tumi issue ba obi a yama ne be 50 million CD bill motena se kasa yama brante ne dem 4 days kan ho na open year na so open year because he was slapped 50 million and then the argument was that 50 million no also yet yawayomi in 2012 yes slapping 54 at we say yes slash no $600 million number one
now if you cry no 50 million no sika na ye kan ho asem say akodi wutumi nchen no it was in excess of about 10
yes me say
because even at the dollar equivalent rate today that money no $55 million no even if it's at 10 it is about 500
so I don't know Nam one nam Kroma almost slapping nam one $500 million Kroma say and the argument is that $50 million and also by wound to me as a person I don't know you can go and do the research do you know say wound to me as an individual a benefit more than the entire Ashanti region because there is no single project in the Ashanti region that was started by Akuffo Addo within a period of 8 years and the cost to do $55 million but wound to me alone they invested $55 million in wound to me so the wound to me as a person got richer than the entire Ashanti region. That was the first thing, the bank, the Florida of the NPP. Now what you know what Basim now what to come up say me baba ye you know yes Abrante yare na no afa na passport come my clinic now what take jetia na wo ton bofra na wo ton we yare a kolebukura ya feza kolebukura bia wontimi fa ka ba. You see, we need to understand politics. It's not about the individuals involved. It is about the collective interest of the people. Politics, emotions, don't expect that people come and sit on TV or be defender. Because that is not the nonsense of politics that we do. We just look at the critical issues at play. How are Ghana for benefit? How do we chart a new political narrative? Young people out there will be inspired and they'll be interested in politics. Because you see, we've got into a time, a man for free, a conman and their politics. And they'll be free school, but not just a
free, so conman their politics.
Yes, because of free school by now the VAT, no class as well, easily going as for Kroma will be back getting richer overnight. They don't ask where they are getting those things from. But they do these things at the expense of the poor masses out there, and that the very people who will be out there say, defend their man for make this politics of defense. Oh, here you know, car power 9 so be a better than paracetamol crowd to be to be. Now what one okoji nipa na wo di na chini crowd unrespected. They don't even know your name. Asam to onimu baby. What as a minimum man for political campaign or free cast to top from Obi Akroma ma feels over hell. What I say? So young fire drain your politics near who said near mana will benefit us as people. Your collective interest not about honorable Okonipa no 100 Ghana cedi 1000 Ghana cedi Ubedia we no yam farm bra. You understand? But let us build institutions and systems, put them in place just to ensure say a man politics na benefit a man for. Now this politics of negativity and criticizing because we are in opposition. Say a term. You understand? So I think that the also about this thing, there is no levy that has been introduced. There is no new levy. So mugu social media, misinforming a man for no. There is no new levy. Existing levy has been revised and one city has been added to it, and it is going to pay for the shortfalls. And that's for no man. Buying about because energy sector levy na buy no senka omo de sika na ye de omo ye yanka e kanu nguho sa go to the energy sector and look at the debt e guho enti o ma me na betua na papa na betua And this is the time for her because my catcher said, Sanka price is still our 17 cities. Can we never sit here and justify this? But I'm saying to me, Tiaba for Mama Ghana for any relief, no? That one city, no, people will not feel it. You understand? And I think this is the argument. And whenever they are making it look like, say, John Mahama, the one city, Abeto petrol, no? So, but the Atia free, so they don't talk about it. That is the level of dishonesty, choky or politics. I'm a man for Nigidi or politics. Yeah.
So,
yɛde dwumadie no ebesi ha de ama message so be subscribe be like share dwumadie no nema afoforo enso ensa inke be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be the any news be to platform so so a wonso wahunu de EOCO ene de eba aha ane de dwumadie no besi e de ama mbati yenje mu dwumadie no de eye chese afoforo na ne guso a eye de eba POG Media enya aka say ye be sommo na ye de nsempa abrem no de mo na ye be sommo na ye de nsempa na ye de abremo Makramo.